Finally home. Yes, indeed. Mercury finally came home. Thank God. Oh, Mercury's direct. Thank goodness. How was your Mercury retrograde? Don't get excited. Don't get too celebratory. Let's not quite have the party. We got the lag time going on. And apparently things are not quite lining up. Mercury's not in a happy place. So you're going to feel a little bit of Mercury just kind of spilling over into your April. April Fools! It's still here. It went direct, but no, it's not really direct. Happy Fun Day Sunday. We are ready to navigate some changes here on the planet, all across our universe. This is an important time. Everything is lining up in a way never before happened. It is time for us to recognize who we are, what we're here for, the mission, the purpose, and lose ourselves and stop worrying about the foolishness. There's a lot of things all around us that we're putting attention on, but the intention of our soul is look over here. But our human attention is going, let's go over here. And so, by golly, we don't know where we're going. Do you know where you're going to? Nope. But today, we are going to try to find our way in the illusionary path of the world and recognize the divinity in all of you. And where is it that you want to be? And how can we navigate some of the things that might be a little complicated in our experience? Oh, you know, those things, relationships, those other aspects of career, family. Oh, that's a hot button. Things have been heating up for a while. I really want to spin you back to last July. Somewhere around, you know, we had a lot of changes in the energy. We had eclipses in the summer. And I'm not an astrologer, but I can tell you that we have had some doozy planetary stuff going on. And everything is pushing us to step into a new reality. Our reality, our soul-centered, self-heart-centered reality, not everything else that's going on. And it's a challenge because imagine a big wind blowing by, right? And the winds of change are blowing and you are holding on to the side of the building and you're like, oh God, please, I can't let go. And the wind is going, come, come. And you're like, I've got to hold on. Let go. The wind is going to take you. The winds of change are taking us wherever we're meant to be. And if you don't know where that is, that's okay. The reason why that'll be okay is that inside you already know, underneath the I don't know, is the know. Not this know that we're used to knowing. It's the know that comes from down deep within, the aspect that is always connected to the universe. We've gotten a little watered down in this definition of spirituality. What does it mean to be spiritual? What does it mean to be spiritual to you? We're getting watered down in the aspects of spirituality and practices of spirituality and which path is the right path of spirituality for me. What is the right thing for me to study? How can I expand my gifts? Everyone's running around banging their tambourines saying, I'm spiritual. And from SarahSpiritual's point of view, do you know what spiritual means? We can read the books, we can take the classes, but with all that information that we take into our being, and remember, everything that you read, everything that you watch on YouTube, even this that you're watching right now, does not mean that that is the complete whole truth for you. I'm not here to tell you to think a certain way, do a certain thing. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for you to look inside and say, wow, I know who I am. And that feels good to me, and a little bit of that feels good to me. But everything ultimately has to lead you up the golden path through the golden gates of the heavens that connect us all. Ultimately, everything is finally leading you, as my song played, home. The mission is to lead you to home, and home for every person is going to be a bit different. Do we all answer to the same creator? Do we all have the same ultimate God? Well, that's for you to decide. The jury seems to feel, yes, there is one creator, known by different names, and different paths all lead to that divine source. So, who are you at this juncture of your life? The planets, the energy on the planet, everything going on in the government and the economy is all sitting there saying, shaking you, saying, what are you doing? Who are you? What are you here for? And what's your truth? And what reality is no longer a part of who you are and why you're here? I came here. I know why I came here to the planet. Do you know why you've come to the planet? I know the contract that I have. And the best part of the agreement, the sacred agreement, is that, and this is where we all get a little tripped up, that agreement is always morphing and changing as you expand. Everything's moving in a different direction with you. It's not like you signed a contract of poverty for an entire lifetime or a contract of service for an entire lifetime. There are aspects that will morph and change because nothing on an entire planet in the entire universe remains the same. So why is it that you think that some agreement between you and Source, between you and your angels, between you and your guides, between some ancestral lineage, why is it that you think that is the only way it can be? There are so many different endings to the story, and so many different destinations that you can choose over another on the path of the experience. So often we are afraid to do anything because we don't want to get it wrong. We've been patronized, criticized. We've been judged because we've made choices. And some of those choices either had a consequence and someone was there to point it out, or perhaps it had an experience that we know we didn't enjoy, so we don't want to do that experience again. That's not what we want. And so rather than make a misstep, we make no step at all. And that too is okay. But there comes a time when the winds really pick up, and I'm telling you, oh, Vibe Tribe, Sarah Spiritual Vibe Tribe, the winds of change are upon us. So if you're holding on to the side of the building, look around. If you're the only person holding on to the side of the building, and all your peeps have left the town, and you're holding on to some watered down illusion that's not serving you anymore, let go. Let go and let God. Let Source Creator whisk you off to the next chapter of your life. And for those of you looking to create change, which I know there are many of you, that change can come for you. And often you don't have to do anything to create the change. But ask, but set an intention. But when we set an intention and then we create that resistance that we're all so good at doing, right? Oh, I don't know. What am I going to do? I thought it was a good idea. Now I don't know. And we're in that ambivalent little wishy-washy moment of like, what's up? I don't know. Which way am I going? And we feel this angst. That's when we have to really roll back inside and say, what really, really motivates me? What really, really inspires me? What excites me? What turns me on? What allows me the freedom to be who I am? And whatever that is, or whatever that group of people, whomever that group of people may be, or whatever that experience is, or whatever that aspect of your job is. Might not be your whole entire career, but one little aspect of what you do in a day-to-day routine. If that finds joy and brings you joy, then if I could put time in a bottle, the first thing that I would like to do is save every day till eternity passes. That you put in your bottle of good feelings, of good vibrations. You put it in your little bottle and you enjoy it. Remember that song? If I could put time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is save every day till eternity passes, and then I would spend them with you. And it goes on and says, if I could make days last forever and wishes come true. We can make days last forever. Why? We don't have a time limit. I know we think we have an expiration date. The physical body might have some, but even that's up to question if you change your beliefs. If you change what you do to care for body has a longer time limit than you were led to believe. Why is it people were croaking at 30 and 40, 20, 40 years ago, and now we're living to 70, 80, 90, 100? We've changed the mindset, we've changed how we care for the body. And planetarily, things have changed to actually maybe shift our energy and make us try even harder to stay healthy, because there's so many unhealthy things we've become aware of. But it's in the awareness. But you can have eternity. You are an eternal being. So this isn't a one-ride pony. This is not a one-shot deal. This is an experience for all of you, each one of you, to lose yourself in and enjoy what brings you joy. Enjoy what makes you feel you're connected. Enjoy that. And to be true to yourself. And to understand that you alone, you know your truth. And one need not ever look to the left or the right to check someone else's opinion. It's all inside. So then why are you here with me? So that I can shine the light, so that you can see the light inside of you. There's a light. Yes, you're going to ask me a question today, and I'll give you an answer Spirit gives me. But it's really rare that Spirit will say, oh, not a good idea. It would have to be to your complete detriment and against the universal plan. And just one of those real special moments you might be having, that the universe is trying to create a little bit of, hello, stop, wait, look, warning, danger, not the best move, just to slow you down a bit so that you can tap back in and experience who you are and know what you've come to do. And what you come to do is be who you've come to be. Pure and simple. And everything else is just our filler. And some of us have amazing filler. Amazing experiences. Amazing, tangible, tactical, material items. Beautiful, wonderful. Those of us who live in a place like South Florida have experienced hurricanes. Those who've experienced tornadoes or floods or earthquakes, gone. Gone. That's not eternal. You're eternal. So the experiences that you're choosing to create every day in this moment, those are the experiences that fuel your day-to-day activities in a physical world. And the attention you put on the experiences determine the influencing frequency and vibration they have in your interaction with everyone. In your interaction and your ability to manifest. What do you want to manifest? You know, Mercury might be like straight on now saying, here I am, but it's kind of in this slow motion mode, in an uncomfortable little happening place, and everything's just kind of slow motion, energy is kind of cloudy and heavy. Even here in South Florida, we have our sun, we've got winds of change blowing in, but there's kind of a lower vibration cloud formation that's kind of hovering here for us. I don't know what it's like wherever you are across the globe. I know we've got someone from Ireland here, and give me a shout out as to where you are across the globe, because we always like to know who's watching and who's connecting with us. But wherever you are, notice what might seem to be a little stalled out still. And notice the push that's starting to pulsate from behind you, because there's this push. It's like when we're getting ready for a race, and I think I've used this analogy before with all of you. You know, when my father was a runner and he ran in the Olympics, he carried the torch back in Athens, Greece. So he would have to kind of get ready to put his weight on his back leg a little bit and kind of push off so he could go. Where's your weight? What are you putting? What attention are you putting on your energy? What weight? What is weighting you down? What is out of alignment with you? And is your weight equally distributed so that you can be in the right placement, so that when they go ready, set, because the universe is setting you up right now, and you are looking around thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, they're setting you up to make a choice. The universe, the gods, the heavens, the angels, whomever you want to refer to above or connected or within, that universal force, that life force of energy is saying, go. They're telling you it's time to go. It's time to put your pieces all in place and just distribute the weight and take off. Are you ready to take off for that dream that you've always wanted? Are you ready to have that relationship or create a different dynamic in a current relationship? Are you ready for expansion in the business? Are you ready for expansion in your career? Are you ready to expand your family? Are you ready to expand your capacity to love? I mean, expansion is such a great word, because when I think of expansion, it's like, how far can you go? And when we come into April, we've got this time going for us, this time in April that takes us right before that Easter time falls. It takes us in this energy of ready, set, go now. And then it's as if the angels and the guides are going to go stop at the end of April. Everything's going to just come to a stop for a minute. And it gives you a chance to really work with what you set in motion over the next few months. Everything is getting ready to move you forward. But you have to know where you're going, what you want to do, and how you might want to do it. Because we're open to guidance, right? We're here open for guidance. We're open to learn, to grow. But the universe is saying, what do you choose? Do you choose the expansion of spirit? Do you choose the path of enlightenment? And that can mean many things for many people. Do you choose the energy of oneness, the energy of love, the energy of service and connecting with humanity? Do you choose the energy of blessing things even if they're not to your liking? Or are you going to choose the ways that have been struggle and power and conditioning and angst and heartache and struggle? You can choose that. And you may say, well, Sarah, I don't know how I could choose something else because that's where I am. And there's not a person online here that probably can't relate to that in one moment or not. We've all had that. But in the struggle, there's always some glimmer of something. Call it hope, call it faith, call it just a knowing that cannot be explained. In that struggle, there's always that one little, light that you can hitch your wagon to, that light beam from that star, and the universe can pull you up. But you have to ask for help. You have to say, universe, I did it all. And as Frank Sinatra would say, I did it my way. And you did it your way, right? Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention, right? And you did what you had to do, but now do what you want to do. And if you want to stay where you are as you are, then don't judge yourself. Let yourself be there. And as long as where you are feels comfortable and you're not in a set of angst, then that may be the right thing for you to do. There may be nowhere for you to go. You might have been ahead of the class. You might have been skipping down the path going, hi-ho, a new life I can go. And then you're looking going, where are the other dwarfs? Where is everybody? Like, what's happening? I thought I had a whole bunch of people behind me. And you're like, oh, well, it's great here. I hope these other people catch on. If you're light years ahead of everyone, then have a party. We'll catch up to you. Enjoy where you are. But give some thought and consideration. Give some attention. You know, I like that word thought, but that just keeps us all thinking. And being is always easier. And we think. Because we're humans. We're trained to think. But the being of the wholeness of who you are that connects you to the divine source, well, that's the energy that's going to shine the light where you want to go. That's the energy that allows us to tap into something greater than we've ever experienced before. You all have a gift to bring out into the world. And you may say, oh, I don't know what my gift is. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? What's going on? I understand. But you know inside what you've come to do. And the discovery, the treasure chest hunt, this little treasure chest hunt that you go on with clues along the way, well, that's the fun part of it. When I look at all the little treasures I found along the way that led me here to West Palm Beach, there were so many. And it really was as if somebody sent me with a list of things I wanted to check off or accomplish. And none of those things on that list had this ending anywhere to be found. None of it. And I sat with a great master teacher because I had to go through all of the experiences to take me here, just like this experience that I'm in with all of you is an experience that is a stepping stone to other experiences, other avenues, other opportunities, other joyful moments, other ways to connect. You're on this treasure hunt and they've given you the clues. And you're looking at it saying, yeah, but we were supposed to pick up 5 sticks and we only have 4. And some of you are stuck on clue number 2, trying to find another stick. Maybe the point is you found and did everything you can and you only have a few of the sticks. Take 2 steps, 5 steps ahead, go down another mile, and there's the other stick. But because you're taking it literally and you're like, they want 5 sticks, I only have 4 sticks. Oh my goodness. We've got to find the stick. It's got to be here somewhere. You're slowing yourself down. Forget it. You'll find a stick. Go. It's time to go. Everyone's coming in the vehicle that's on the express train to your destiny. Come on, get in. They don't get in. We're pulling out. Did you bring snacks? It's going to be a long ride. I don't know how long we're going to be here, but we're on our way. And if your friends and your family and the people connected to you are not on board, you're going. Don't sit there and go, oh, but I forgot. No, they'll catch up if they're meant to catch up. If they're not meant to catch up, they'll be in your experience, but on a different frequency. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for a phone call? I know some of you are waiting for phone calls for someone to call you and tell you something. Whatever that is. That's, as I look at the list of people here, I know someone's waiting for someone to call them and say, oh, yes, I'm so sorry, I'm coming back. What? What? That's like waiting for a stick. Go. Let it move forward within you, and you will take you where you need to go. And I promise you, that person will be there. I promise you, that experience will be everything that you want and more if you stop looking at the list and going, oh no, this is a lot of things to do. How are we going to get there? How are we ever going to find the treasure? It's like the movie National Treasure. Didn't he find it? How many people thought he was nuts? Crazy. But he looked at the clues. But it wasn't so much the clues. It was following the prompting the clue gave him. The universe gives you clues. Pay attention to the clues. There's a prompting. There's a knowing. There's something saying, keep going. It'll be okay. And you're going, well, I don't know how it's going to be okay. No, we don't always know how it's going to be okay. I can't say every minute we know everything's going to be okay in our human experience from our head, but our soul knows. And if all the doors are closing and closing and closing and closing, and there's only one door open, are you going to sit there and look at all the other doors and go, I hope they open. I kind of was feeling that one over there. Oh, what's going on? There's a flood. Water's coming in. I hope one of the doors I wanted to have open. Oh, there's a door open. Go. The universe has lined up everything for you to go. And go does not always mean a physical action. Go means set the intention, see yourself where you want to be, and take maybe one minuscule little action to that desired result. One action. One something, just so that it has the force of your breath, the force of your intention, the force of your being, the energy of your divine spirit, igniting it so that you can ignite and go forth a bright light. You've got it all happening, everyone. Everybody's got it happening. Corby Kivett says, I'm in. She's in for a party, right? Sue White Baisley's going, I'm going. Yes, Sue, get on board. Go. You got great work to do, Sue. I know that. Karen Weiner, can I get something from you, a reading? Yes, Karen, we're going to get to the readings. We're going to go over what's coming for everyone. But as you receive your message or you hear someone else get a message, I want to create an environment, an atmosphere for you to be in this energy of divine receptivity for all of you. To really feel that prompting, that clue that can take you to your own personal, now that I have the movie National Treasure in my mind, National Treasure, your own magnificence of treasure. You have a treasure within. But let's dive into the treasure chest and see what else is there, because it's a plentiful experience here if we allow it to be. And we all, myself included, can get caught up in, the lack and what we have and what we don't have and how things are working and not working, or maybe frustrated that we're not where we want to be at this time. That's part of how we were conditioned here. So now it's recognizing that got us as far as it's gotten us. It's taken us where we wanted to be, or so we thought. But now, right now, we can decide what part of that thought process is still working for us and what's not working. And that's part of what this go mode is going to be. And the slow motion, it's like the tortoise is just kind of slowly heading to the finish line. And the hare's just like running along and skipping along, and maybe takes a little run in a different direction, figuring the tortoise is never going to get there. But all of a sudden, it's at the finish line. Before you know it, the finish line's going to be in front of you. Make sure you're in front of the finish line that you wanted to be in front of and crossing over. this is your chance. We're ready for some messages. I'm going to see what else Spirit has. That's what they wanted me to share with you, but I am going to put down some general cards for everyone just so that we can be in the flow and connect. We're going to call for the energy of the winds, the north, the south, the east, the west, the winds of change to be upon us. We're going to ask for the powerful archangels, particularly Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael. We're going to summon the presence of the Ascended Masters to be here, master teachers who have been working with us. And I'm going to ask that your guardian angels step forward and your guides. And I'm going to ask for the presence of our ancestors that have paved the way for us. They have gone before us so that we could have an easier experience and we could notice their experiences and we could learn from them. We are in this magnificent energy, this magnificent space here at the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. This is a beautiful energy place. We hold sacred space here all the time, and I just love hosting our Sunday Fun Days here at our center in West Palm Beach. I am SarahSpiritual. We're going to put down some cards and see, well, do we know where we're going to? Do we like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? So we've got some goddess cards here, and we have Goddess Damara is falling out to me, guiding the children. You know, our children are our future. Nurture, tend to the children. Make sure that you are enlightening your children. They came in enlightened, and then we kind of all dumb it down and dull it down. So make sure that you are consciously integrating the aspects of spirit in everything that you do and whatever works for you in your family unit. Encourage their imagination, their creativity, encourage their connection with spirit. And when they say, Mom, I see an angel, don't go, oh, that's your imagination. No, they see more than you do. Say, oh, that's so wonderful. What does your angel look like? That's so great. Encourage that connection to remain. Our parents, our parents' parents, they were cutting those cords saying, oh, no, that doesn't exist. Oh, no, 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 no. That's hogwash. Well, now in this new age movement, everyone's more on board. But to integrate it in the family is sometimes a challenge, yes? So encourage your children. We want to help them because they will be the future and they are the light of the future. And then we have Guinevere. Many of you here are searching, looking for this beautiful energy of, I'm seeing some questions here. You're looking for this beautiful energy of love. Queen Guinevere speaks to us. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver a great love to you. Notice the wording, the romantic stirrings within your heart have motivated and created an energy with the universe for the universe to bring great love to you. But where did it begin? It begins with you. The universe doesn't just drop pennies from heaven. You have to say, I'm open and receptive to pennies, and pennies will be there. I'm open and receptive to $1,000. It'll be there. We have to say, I'm open to abundance. Say, I'm open to abundance, everyone. Say, I am open to love. Put yourself in that being energy, and then it will come to you. So Princess Diana was the epitome of love when she walked this earth. And she cared for children and organizations. We want to come from that heart-centered space. You know, I mention that because there's so many challenges and changes going on in Europe. And she was a catalyst for the enlightenment to come forward in a place where it had to be noticed so that the people knew that there was light no matter what was going on a given day in the government, in the parliament. So she brought that beauty, that divine love, Princess Diana. And here we have the card from Lady Guinevere of true love. And true love begins with self-love. So embrace your love of self. And we have Diana. Diana is focused intention. I think this is so appropriate, these three cards that fell for us, because Diana talks about this focused intention and that you are dream weaving. You're the weaver of your dreams. You're setting out that intention, and the universe is energetically working it together and marrying all the right elements so that as you go through, let's say, your treasure hunt of life, to pick up the aspects necessary to get to the end of the destiny's celebration, you have everything you need. And those intentions and that focused intention is going to direct you there. And it will bring such power and beauty for all of you. So this is such an important time for everyone. Thank you everyone who is joining us here. We are giving you messages. Joanne Taylor says, I'm open to abundance and love. We're having Scorpios are having a party here, and Scorpios went through a rough gig here at the end of the year. So Carmen Lopez says she's learning to love herself, and Corby Kivitz says, oh my God, I'm open to $100,000, true love, and to find my soulmate. There you go. So you see, she's all steady here. We're having a Scorpio party. I didn't know it. Summer, what's to come? Lee Gregg says. Joan Thorne says, greetings, Sarah and Helena. Thank you, Joe, for joining us. Step Sesson says, I'm open to abundance, health, and joy. Yes, indeed. We're glad to have you on board as well. And let's see, we're going to put our little love cards down. Put a little love in your heart. Oh my goodness, it's looking like I'm surrounded by Scorpios today. Do Scorpios need special help today? Is this special Scorpio help day? I don't know. Help you. Yes, Helena's like, help me, please. So let's see what we've got in our love cards. I'm going to take 1. I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take 3. That's the love cards we're going to take. But I love these little love cards because they're little hearts. I just love that. That's so special. And the first one I took was forgiveness. It's about forgiveness. Yes, indeed. Forgiveness. Focus your energy on forgiving. Don't put your attention on those past events that have caused you pain. You're wasting precious energy and time. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So everything begins with forgiveness, and self-forgiveness is most important. And we have secret admirers. You know, we always have people in our life that have feelings and connections for us, and they are our secret admirers. And there are people who hold sacred space for you, and they never really talk about it. That is in their humility. They hold the space for success and love for you, knowing that they believe in you and that you can do anything. So we all have some secret admirers. And now no wonder we've got this card. There's so many Scorpios here that you're going to all appreciate this. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one in the eternal soul, for you will find true bliss. So there's some sexual union going on here, and maybe in the group here with all these Scorpios here. Secret admirers, Helena Suba wants to know. Yes, secret admirers. We've got a few of them lying around, right? So let's see who else we have here. Defrick says, oh, Leos. Yes, see, now we're talking. We've got some Leos here. That's always a good thing. Pisces. All right, Pisces, I'm sorry you're going through quite a bit right now. It's such an important time for all of you. So this is just a great, great time for each one of you to just step into your power and your destiny, recognizing the aspects that may not serve you any longer so that you can step forward and move into the spot you want to be in your heart, in your soul, and recognize that you have a beauty within you that nobody can take, nobody can quell, nothing can remove you from that experience because it's who you are. And we want to recognize that in everybody. So I want to thank everybody who's joining us here, and we're going to go on and see what we've got happening and take some questions here. We've got some more Leos in the building. We got some Sagittariuses. We got a nice mix about going on. So what's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on, but we got some movement going on here. I feel the earth move under my feet. Yes, indeed. So we're opening up the space, clearing the energy. Right? You hear that song, right, Helena? I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. All right, we're going to see what we got going on here. You got questions for me, Helena?
I got questions. I got more songs in my head.
Oh, give me a song. I can name that tune.
I have that one you mentioned last week, that I've got a new attitude.
Yeah, I like that song. I got a new attitude. And that has been a rough road here in Mercury retrograde, right, everyone? To have a new attitude, you're like, I got a new attitude and it sucks. That's what some of us were saying, like, oh my God. But it's over, kind of, a little slow motion. If you're just joining us, we were just not quite celebrating Mercury retrograde being over because it's still not in a good place. It's dragging, it's sorry butt going, I don't know if I can keep this going. Oh my God. But it'll go. Everything's going to go. Let it go. Let it go. What questions do you have for me, Helena?
We're going to start with Carmen Lopez. She says, please, I need to know if my son's situation in life is going to change.
Carmen Lopez, your son has been in a situation that, you know, when they put themselves in this space of retreating, not communicating, and not feeling supported within themselves. Your son has had himself in a situation of people, places, and things that have created an incident that has him blocked. This is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to take about 5. Give me the number 5, so 5 months, 5 weeks. Something has to shift there. I feel like, I hope he's going to talk to someone or someone's assisting him in this matter. He needs some outside guidance. I don't feel like you can hold the space and kind of connect the energy the way he needs it to be. Your son's his own worst enemy here, so he's got some esteem issues that we want to shift and change within him. But I can say that when I take him, I spin him into 2021. I know, you're a parent, that's a long way, Sarah. But 2021, he's kind of settled in a spot where he knows who he is and what's going on for him and how to create what's next. So I say to you, Carmen Lopez, you're just going to have a little patience. He will get himself out of this. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Thank you so much, Carmen, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
We've got the awesome Michael Allen asking, Sarah, can you tell me what to do to look forward to going into the month of April?
Well, Alan, first of all, it's a birthday month for you. A lot of action in the energy in your birthday month. So it's part of that movement of go forward. So for you, what would be so paramount is for you to set your intentions on everything you want to have happen in the year of 2019 and really hold that vision and take action, even if it's baby steps, to prepare for that experience. And then you will feel as if you're in alignment with the flow of the universe. So it's going to be a busy time for you, April. It's also going to be a space and time of intention for you. So use that intentional setting energy to create what we want the rest of the year to be like. And I feel networking, connections, and community being important for you in the month of April. Thank you for your question. Who else do we have?
We are going to go to Angela Lauren. She says, I think I've met my divine life partner that I've prayed for, meditated on, manifested, etc. And I'm just wondering if there is anything I'm missing or should be aware of in case I'm idealizing him and seeing all of him. I'm just looking for a little nudge to let go, or she doesn't know.
You know, that's a great question. I would love to know the partner's birthday, Angela Lauren, if I could have that, because that will help us. You were really working towards this end of 2015. We were working towards manifesting that divine partnership, that divine love, but I feel like whatever we had in front of us or whatever we were setting in our attention upon, it kind of went sideways and you got knocked back and you're like, oh my God, like you lost your focus. And so now we've regained focus. His birthday will really let me know if that nudge is the right nudge in that direction. But I say this to you. It's too soon to know all you need to know, but it is soon enough for you to know that you recognize his soul. It's soon enough for you to know that you feel comfortable with him. It's soon enough for you to know that you can hold this sacred space and allow him to show you who he is. and keep that open. With his birthday, we can give you a little more insight. We'll see if we can pop back onto you, Angela, later on.
Got it right here for you.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, got it. Okay. Ah, complicated person. You know, he is going through a lot of transition this year. So even if he's the guy, the one you manifested, you actually manifested someone who's going through a series of changes and revamping and setting themselves up for a new beginning. So he may not be at the place or point or the acceptance of relationship that you would like him to be, or that you, or where you are. He's not at the same place that you are. That does not mean he's not a vibrational match. It just means that you may have to hold space for a bit and stay on the intention and attention of the desired feeling and creation of relationship, not limited to him, to just allow him to kind of, I feel like he's clearing up some things that have been out of sorts with his life, and they're kind of all coming to a close in this year of 2019. So go forward. Let's see where this is going to take you. I get a nice feeling. We've got a loyal person, eccentric, eclectic, somebody who's a little offbeat in a way, but they bring some good energy to this dynamic between the two of you. So thank you, Angela Lauren, for your Facebook question. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Regilio on YouTube. It says, "Hi, Sarah. Today is 1 year without my father. Is there a message he may have for me? His birthday was 8/15/56."
You know, your father, the energy of your father makes me feel like he did his best to stay true to family and truth, and your father was a man of pride and character. And when I look at his pride and his character and his desire to have success or family unity, the way he presents that to me, he makes me feel as if, Virgilio, he's very proud of you with the same pride that he holds in his life as the proud Leo, lion energy that he has. He's giving me that energy to bestow upon you, that in this 1 year anniversary, as he looks through the heavens in a different energetic way than we do here on earth, he sees the good and the light in everything around you and everything that you do. So that's the message I have for you, that he brings you a lot of love and pride. He's very proud of who you are and what you are doing at this juncture of your life. You've made significant change in this past year, and it's something to be proud of, he tells me. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
He was on YouTube, but that's okay.
Oh, YouTube. Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to
YouTube. We love you, YouTube.
We got Sue White. She's asking something really interesting. Is my spiritual DNA being activated as a part of the spiritual growth I am manifesting? Is there anything I can do to accelerate the processing of my DNA activation?
That's a mouthful of a question. And that's the kind of question we're covering in the SarahSpiritual Apprentice Program, Sue. But let me just embrace part of that, if I may, because it's a complicated question, but I'll simplify it best I can with a short answer for now. Being in the energy of light and love, holding that space, caring for the body with high frequency experiences, high frequency beverages, high frequency, deep, nutriently based, dense nutrients to fuel the body with very light engagement in a lot of the things that you would normally do in the physical world, really kind of separating yourself from as many worldly experiences that have to do with anything that's dense for the physical body, calibrating yourself in the light of the great central sun, which will recharge every cell in the body, being one with the great central sun, opening the energy of your flow by grounding into the earth, and being in a state of divine love and gratitude continuously, with prayer and gratitude upon your lips at all times. Easier said than done. The frequencies are changing around you, and as our bodies are acclimating and the frequencies are changing, we are also being influenced by a lot of energies on the planet that are man-made, that are created to help us, created to assist us in our communications and speed up life. You know, we're surrounded by gadgets all the time. I have millions of them here in front of me. So warding off as many of the things that hold the radiation, things that hold microwaves, anything that has any energy that has this low frequency that could potentially shift the frequency. We are attuning our frequency as spiritual beings to a very high frequency, very high sounds, and we are surrounded, whether you know it or not, by things that are emitting not just energy but sounds that we cannot hear, that are almost counteracting the work we're doing. So everything we do must be in a sense of intention and a sense of connection, and that's why I say as void as possible of human connections, of things that we've become accustomed to, for the fast food we might eat, or the way we cook food, or the types of food we put on our table, or the water that we drink. Just really taking a good look. And I know you're very aware of those things, but ramping that up in gratitude, love, and prayer on lips at all times. And that will assist you. Thank you so much.
All right. Next, we're going to go to, let's see here. We got Deborah Cumberledge. She says, I struggle with letting go of the same old, which holds me back. It's right there, right here, the breakthrough, but I can't seem to grasp it. It all eludes me. Does this make sense?
It does. It does. And what that tells me is that even though you want what you say you want, there's a part of you that's not ready and also does not believe that you deserve it. And this year of 2019 for you, Deborah, represents not really so much letting go and reaching for what you want, but reaching within and recognizing your own power, your own God power, your own love power, your own ability to think power. It's recognizing those aspects within you that make you unique and wonderful. And those forces of energy are going to bring to you what you see is almost in your grasp. It's there, but the receptivity is not quite ready yet on your part, having to do with a worthiness, a self-esteem, something that is not lining up. So work with that, Deborah, so that you can attract everything that you know is just really a stone's throw away, so it can come. You'd be like, come to mama, come to mama, come on, I know you can come on. I'm ready now, I'm ready, come on. And it'll come. You've got this power. This is your personal power year. Make it happen. All right, thank you so much for your question. We've got some good stuff here. Jessica Dillon's like, oh, good question. She's like, I needed to hear that too. I think that was the DNA question, right? Let me see here. See, who else we have? Clarification. We got, okay. You're welcome, Sue. Who else do we have here?
All right, next we're going to go to Tina Calloway. She's asking for a message from her first husband who passed, Bob, and she gives both birthdays and when he passed away back in 2009, so 10 years ago.
First of all, Tina, it's a time of change and a lot of old emotions and a lot of old relationship, I'll use the word connections, issues, experiences are coming up to be cleared out once and for all. And Bob left before his time. His energy was one of some kind of steadfast energy, but I also feel like his emotions, when he was here on earth, he felt a lot of different things, and I feel like he had an energy of struggling with some of the emotions, almost like he had his own, I'll use the word, demons inside of him. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean he struggled with things inside because he was a sensitive guy who did his best. He did his best. He didn't always say everything that he wanted to say in his life. And I feel that as he neared the time of passing, I feel like he was doing his best to be more open and upfront. When I look at his energy, I feel as if, you know, you say he was your first husband, but I feel as if he was one of your first real connections in this, on this embodiment of a lot of karmic energy of reconnecting with someone, learning and growing and experiencing different things in life and being open to what's to come next. I don't have a strong connection with him directly, rather a feeling of him, but I feel as if whatever doors you're closing, whatever clearing you're making to find happiness and peace and love in your life, to feel complete, that energy of oneness, he's fully supporting, and it's like he gets it now, is how he makes me feel. I hope what I've said has made some sense to you, but it's like he gets something now that he didn't get when he was here. So things have come full circle for him, and he's sending that energy of love and blessings for things to come full circle for you as you wind out of 2019 and step into 2020, which is a great opening for you, Tina. Great opening. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. Who else do we have?
All right, next we're going to go to Kathy Wilkins. She says, hi, Sarah. It's been a while since she's been able to connect. And her question is there a love connection between herself and a Scorpio?
What's with Scorpios today? Oh, good Lord. Helena, it's your fault, okay?
Sorry, I set this off.
You set this off, right? Okay, so we've got a love connection. And, ooh. You know, we've got a Scorpio who's on an intense path this year. A Scorpio who's really asking a lot of questions. What is life about? What's the meaning? A Scorpio who's looking for even more meaning than they've had before, and not getting all frazzled over crazy things that send them into a tizzy. No offense to the Scorpios, but sometimes when you go in a tizzy, it's a scary, slippery slope there. So, right, Helena?
Slippery slopes.
Yeah. Scorpios know that slippery slope, like boop, crash, burn. So he's really looking for a different purpose, a different meaning, a different understanding in life. And there is you're a free-flowing, emotional being, Kathy. So I like his feel. He just has to learn when to step back so that you can flow a little bit more. And he's not on you like white on rice. So there's this dance that has to be established, and once we have the rhythm of the relationship, this actually can be a really powerful, intense relationship. So I'm not going to throw it in the garbage. It's just going to require a little tweaking and a little nurturing to really take it off the ground so that it's comfortable for you. Thank you so much, Kathy, for your question. Who else do we have?
Next we're going to go to, let's see here. Oh. These questions just be coming in here so quickly. Okay.
I know, we've got like, how many questions? Like 6,000 questions. I'm like, oh my God. How many questions do you have? Okay. All right, who do we have here?
We're going to go to Jennifer Lespinoz.
Okay.
She says, tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday. What does the angel see for me in the month of April? Any special messages?
I see growth for you, Jennifer, in the month of April. I see that year is about expansion, but it's also about the infinite connection with you and Source. And April's going to test you in a way that allows you to remember how faithful and how in tune you really are. And that with faith of a mustard seed, you can do anything. This is a great time for you this month. This birthday month is really your rebirth for the 2019 year. And it's being born again in the energy of the infinite, ever-flowing, ever-present, unconditional, unwavering energy of love of the universe. and you're in that flow, and the universe is going to remind you of that every day this month. So embrace that, and happy birthday, honey. Thank you. Who else do we have? Definite time of wanting change. You've been wanting change since last year, and things haven't lined up yet. Yet being the operative word in this story that I tell you. As I sit here and I look at the energy around you, BJ, and the things that you are looking to create, and this is foundation shift, and I even see a move, things are going to open up for you in the month of, I was going to say April, but they kind of pushed me away from that, all of this. And I also feel that some of this is linked to this intention. What are we leaving? Oh, okay. Linked to this intention that you set. So as things are ramping up, we have to clear out some old energy so that whatever intention you set, you can move forward. All right, BJ, thank you so much for your Facebook question. I don't know, Helena, I saw something spinning, and I went, did we lose connection? Like, what happened? Like, Mercury, are you still here?
You'd hear me screaming.
And I would be like, no! So I thought we were losing people here, so that's good. So,
oh, no,
okay,
just
great.
making sure we're still connected.
Oh, we're connected, right?
Oh, yes.
We're connected. All right, who else do we have?
We have Kazia over in Ireland.
Hi, Kazia, thank you.
She's got a relationship question. She's wondering, does he really like me and want a true relationship with me? What can I expect from him?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Let me see. So, does he really want a relationship at all is the question, not just from you. And I see a guy who way I see his energy, I see someone who can be really intense and really passionate, but there's a saying we have here in the States, he flips the script, and it's like next thing you know, it's like a whole different story. And so he's flipping the script, and I see this confusion, this cloud of confusion comes over you. But when we're together, there's an intensity, and then it's like, where does he go? I see someone does he want a relationship with you? Yes. Does he want the type of relationship that you want? No, not exactly. I feel like whatever he came out of or whatever he was playing with before he met you, there's still something that is not either done with that relationship, or he's still in that mode of operation where that's how he's handling relationships, like dancing in, the dance card is full, he dances, he sweeps you off your feet, you're like, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Where'd he go? Oh, he's back. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. And then you're like, where'd he go? What happened? So this is a relationship, and I use the word relationship intentionally. This is a relationship that is best handled by you knowing what you want, you knowing what makes you feel good, and having your boundaries, and just allowing him to show you, because I'm never going to tell anyone what to do, allowing him to show you who he is, and when who he is making you uncomfortable because you don't trust him, you don't feel like he loves you or cares for you or is with you for a correct reason, based on his energetic blueprint, he's sending you mixed messages, and these mixed messages are creating confusion. Confusion is where a disconnect comes, but the concern I have in this relationship is not the disconnect between the two of you, is the disconnect you're losing yourself. Love is coming for you. This I know for sure. So if this guy is like margarine here in the States, like imitation butter, and we're looking for the real whipped butter, butter's coming. We're going to have plenty of butter to butter the bread. So if it tastes like margarine and it ain't butter, leave it. Leave the butter to the side. Better leave the margarine and wait for the butter, is what my spirit guides say. So just, I don't know, he's not fully attuned with you. That's what I can tell you, honey. So let's just take a little step back, and you're going to have a tell. You're going to know where you stand by the end of April. Remember, the universe is trying to get you to go, 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 and you're going to either stay or go. You got a little time here, another interaction, another conversation between the two of you, and you're going to feel it. And I've spent time with this question because your question is a really powerful question, and it's a question I get often. You know, is this person for me? Or is this person the person that I'm going to love? Is this person the one I've been waiting for? Is this the person I've manifested? We've already had it repeated here several times in several different forms. And the way it goes is this, that sometimes it is the person. Often it's the right person. But we're all at different levels at different times. And love is patient. Love is kind. Love is unwavering. Love is unconditional. I'm taking out my love cards to kind of prove our point here. So when we use that energy of love, and we know we feel something, and this is not to be the fool and wait for no reason. It's to know what is important to you and to know your boundaries. It's not about that. It's just understanding that everything takes time and it has its time. And just because we want it now does not always mean that now all the conditions are right, but your soul, you, the heart of you, the knowing of you, the love of you is recognizing, not in an idealistic way as someone asked, not in this falsehood of beliefs, but there's a part of you when you know what you know. Do I know you? Do you know me? I think we met before. When you have that soul connection and you know it, sometimes things have to line up so that everything else is cleared out of the way so that it all fits together perfectly. And it's not always for us to force it. I don't feel this guy's in the right place yet for you, Cassia. And, you know, I'm saying that to a lot of people listening because, yes, so Jamie Flanagan says, if you recognize their soul, then the answer is yes. And I'm going to expand on that, Jamie, because that's a great point. But if you recognize the soul and the answer is yes, it's yes to the experience. Sometimes the experience is to show us and mirror something that's still unhealed or unexpanded or not as high vibrational frequency connected to the universe, however you want to word it. Something inside of us is still vamping and recalibrating. And sometimes we recognize them because that's who we need to have for the time. And that will tell us. But yes, the soul knows. So we are talking about love here and what love represents. So we're going to pull 3 cards on love. And we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Bam, Cassia. What do I got to tell you, right? Love is true. When love is true, it will transform and it can deepen. We just need to hold the space and see if that's the transformation that's good for us, that we want to have. So love can be all things. Embrace through each other. When you find the missing pieces, you embrace love through each other. So we're going to embrace through each other and find missing pieces. So that is so on point with what I was just saying to you. Isn't that cool, Helena? We've got transformation and embrace, and we were just talking about how sometimes things are not quite ready to line up, but it doesn't mean that it's not right. It's just not timed right. We got one more on this topic of love, so I'm learning a lot on this. Oh, here we go. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Hallelujah. So you see, we've got a lot of changes coming for us here. And love is a powerful, powerful energy. So thank you for that question, Cassia. I know that I answered you, but ideally I talked to many people here who are live online with us in the feed and see everyone. And we do keep this feed here, but if we didn't answer your question yet, don't worry, we'll do our best to get to as many as we possibly can, or that Helena is drawn to because she's doing the picking. I get snoopy sometimes and look over here and look. I have monitors everywhere and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Shirley Wood is like, boom, more love. We got boom, more love there. Thank you, Shirley Wood. Who else do we have here on Facebook? Let's see. Boom, we got love.
Just made me think of Emerald Lagasse when he'd be like, bam, with the salt.
Bam!
Or the pepper.
Now you make me want to go cook.
We're talking about butter and biscuits still on this feed over here. I'm getting hungry again.
Butter. I know. We ate before we went on. We had a really nice.
So we're going to go to
Dinner.
Steph Sasson next. We had some good food. She says, I'm open to abundance, health, joy, connection, and love. Thank you for that confirmation, Sarah. And she would love to know what messages Spirit has currently for her with the direct of retrograde happening.
Well, if you just joined us, it went direct, but don't get excited because it's really not going anywhere. Barely moving. It's really not in a good place, so it's still going to feel a little wafty, ugly, icky. But as you were connecting with us and Helena Stepp was reading your question, I took out cards and I let 2 cards fall. Well, I just let them fall. I didn't do anything. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So Mary Magdalene is bringing you unconditional love. So you ask, what can you do now that Mercury is struggling to move forward? But we've got about 10 more days to get everything lined up, because by April 11th, things are going to kind of freeze again in a different way. So we got 10 days to get our thoughts together, to make our plans, to activate, to motivate. I'm saying this to you, Step, and everyone. So there's a lot of changes that are coming, but we have to be direct in what we want. So unconditional love is going to be the key. And then Green Tara card fell for you, which is start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So Green Tara says feel free to ask her for assistance, the goddess Green Tara, and she will assist you. You've got Mary Magdalene, so we've got some strong feminine energy around you at this time, Step. So this is a great, great time for you. So now that Mercury is struggling to go forward, just let it flow, let it be, and set your intention, and whatever you feel you don't want to, cannot do, but feel is necessary to do. Say, could you do this for me? Could you do this for me? Hey, you, could you do this for me? And everything will unfold for you. Thank you, Step, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Brianna Montero. She's asking, will me and my significant other get married?
So for you, this is a perfect time in your life cycle to get married. Energetically, there's support here for you. So let me check with him. He gets a little moody, gets a little strong personality. Sometimes I think you guys are both tough little cookies going on here. So let's see, we've got... And your boyfriend is really going through some emotional, spiritual life process change within himself. I feel like he's doing some things to find himself, find his purpose, passion, career, line things up, get some necessary work done to get him there. Yes, Brianna, I feel that you two have a really strong connection. I don't know if I see marriage this year. That doesn't seem right to me. For him to feel comfortable with it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, don't worry. But I feel like he needs a little bit more time, like another year or two, before he's really ready to say that's where I want to be and it fall into place perfectly. So try to be patient with this. I know you are in a cycle where you're like, oh, relationships, oh, marriage, oh, friends, oh, babies, oh, life. Oh, you're so excited, right? Because you're in this vibe of like connections and community and love and relationships and you're so excited. But he's not. He's kind of trying to find something within himself. But the partnership, the relationship, the connections, very well tuned here. Got a nice dance going between the two of you. So we get a yes from Spirit is that this is a potential marriage partner and this is something moving that direction. I just don't know how quick it's going to happen. So pull back, girlfriend, relax, chill, have a glass of wine. It's all going to be good. Just relax, all right? Thank you so much, Brianna, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
We just went from like 4 pages to a couple. Okay. Here we go. We have Ashley Red Elves asking, I would like to know how you see my life in 6 months to a year. Do you see me coming into any kind of money soon?
Well, Ashley, the first thing that I'm made aware of is that this next 8 months represent a lot of change, a lot of closure, a redefining of you, recalibration, and potential work financial change. And I say work because I also feel as if there are things you've been doing that you're tired of, that you'll choose to change, and one of them seems to be connected with career. I also feel as if there's been a lot of responsibility around you. It seems to be just a lot on your plate. And when I look at that energy, I am most certainly made aware of the fact that you are going to be creating abundance. Do I see any kind of money coming into you soon? I feel as if there's something, and when I look at energy, it's right out there. But I feel like any money that could come to you with the substance that I feel you're looking for, I feel like whatever's there is based, it dropping down is not just based on your receptivity, but upon another's ability to let it go, or for something to change and transform so that it's released and you can have that abundance. So do I see you coming into money soon? Soon being a relative term, I say yes, but I don't know that everything lines up in the next 6 months. Possibly by the end of this 2019 year, whatever's still unsettled or unfinished with finances, it's still going to take a little longer. I hope I answered your question clearly enough for you. That's just going based on the vibe. But this year is an ending year for you. We've got to close some doors, get ourselves ready, and open up to, I got a new attitude. All right, we are ready. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Lakeisha Thomas. She says, I want great happiness. And she's also asking, what are the 3 top things Spirit wants me to know and do?
I want great happiness. The 3 top things Spirit wants her to do. Lakeisha Garnett Thomas. Okay, so the first thing that they give me here is self-expression. Expressing yourself, expressing your truth, being the voice for yourself and the voice for others. That's really important for you. I'm not going to limit that to this month. This is an ongoing experience for you. I also get that they are looking for you to be embracing a new idea for business career, or a new aspect of a new aspect of something you're currently doing. Because there's new abundance that flows to you. Again, something that we will not completely realize this month, but they want you open. And if you're not doing a gratitude journal, is what they tell me, a gratitude journal will open up all the possibilities that are there for you. So keep a gratitude journal every day and things will open up. I do see Archangel Michael, Lakeisha, around you, serving as protection and balancing the energy all around. So thank you so much, Lakeisha, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Joanne Taylor asking, she would like to know if her house will be up for sale soon.
Joanne Taylor. Doesn't seem too soon, Joanne, but I say that because I feel like we're ready to put it up for sale soon, and then something else happens or changes. It gets pushed off a bit. But soon, if you ask me soon, between now and February, I say yes. If I say between now and June, I say it may look like it's going to, and then something changes. and then it goes up for sale. So just be in tune with that. I don't know if we do something to put it on the market, or it's on the market and then it gets pulled off for a reason and then put back on because maybe we need to do something to the house, or maybe we have to take it off so it can look fresh in a little bit of time. So that's what I see around you, Joanne. Thank you for your question. Who else do we have?
All right, next we're going to go to another home question from Rosanna Santana. She's asking, will I buy another home soon?
Will you buy another home soon? I take you to the month of August, and that opens up that opportunity for you to do that. This year is about expansion for you. Pure and simple, you want to expand in all ways in your life. I feel as if another home is something that needs to be done with a lot of intention and thought. And I feel as if there's some funds or money that has to be redirected for that. And when that goes in order, that kind of puts me towards the month of August. Then I feel like a new home is possible. It's to check yourself, Spirit says, for the reasons we have this desire to make this shift change and have another home, and just be open to that. I do see expansion this year, so 2019 definitely opens up the possibility for that new home to be for you if you desire it. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Right, next we're going to go to Angel Andrews asking, they're wondering if they're just headed on the right path and they're feeling a little undecided.
Angel Andrews, right path, timing off, take you to a place, strawberry fields. Okay, so if I take you to strawberry fields, let me see. I have to take you to July for some reason. I have to take you to July, and then things make sense. I feel as if you're hesitant or confused because you're doing things and not quite seeing the fruits of your labor. You've planted seeds and you don't know if you're making the right choice. You'll have more clarity by July. You will also see rewards and satisfaction coming to you this year by October. So you start to feel more confident in yourself and your choices. You are on the right path. I feel this path will change a bit as you get more in tune with the work, and then things will open up for you. So thank you for your Facebook question, Angel Andrews. Thank you. Who else do we have?
Next is Jamie Flanagan asking, does Spirit have any messages for my inner healing, abundance, and conception of a child?
So the inner healing you've been working on for a while. And I see attunement to crystals, herbs, energy, frequency, and I feel as if sacred space is around you and within you. When you have your inner healing, the inner healing occurs because you have actively activated this energy of connection with Source God, and you're pulling tools and resources to heal old wounds. When I look at abundance, abundance is something that is there for you. I just get the sense that you don't feel like you can generate it in a path that is full of purpose and passion, but you can. And you ask about a conception of a child. This is where I feel what you're doing now is getting you ready to be ready to have this conception of child. And when I take you into that energy, 2020 is such a powerful time for you to have family, community, connection. That's a strong, strong energy for you, Jamie. So let's hold that space between now and through 2020. But I do take you into the energy of 2020 for that conception. Could be the end of this year, but I really feel strong presence of conception in this 2020 time. Thank you so much, Jamie, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to, what do we got here? Kira Lee Larman. She says she's feeling she's in a place of pause, spiritually desiring expansion in business and growth, but consumed with her relationship being her focus and need of the love connection with her partner. Is the spiritual growth connected to this relationship? And if not, what do her guides offer as balance?
You know, Carol, this is a great question, and it touches upon a lot of aspects of life. So we're stuck in the expansion of our business. We are looking to expand and deepen the connection of love and relationship. Everything has an ebb and flow. And, you know, Spirit has a sense of humor and also a sense of what appears to be worldly practicality to me. So often we'll find, you know, our work is great, things are moving in work, and then our love life goes to the crapper, right? And then our love life is doing great, and now we got to tend to stuff in our work environment. So finding that balance and realizing that we are the central being, we are the energy that holds the scales of balance and justice, and that this is all opening up for us so that we can create community within self first, community in business, community in relationship. Relationship feels as if you and your partner are you're a little out of sync in what you want and when you want it, but there's a strong connection between the two of you. So I feel as if your business stagnation is there to distract you so that you don't put too much intention and attention on deepening this love connection and just allowing it to organically surface to its full potential, the full union of the two of you coming together as one. Your guides want you to grow in a way that you are in trust, that you are servicing self and servicing others, and allowing the universe to tend to the elements of the experience so that you can just skip like through the field of love and life like a child, like in a childlike wonder. The universe wants to put you in this childlike energy, and this is why they bring for you a partner who is strong, yes, but free. There's a freedom, you can't tie me down, uniqueness about this partner you've brought. So it's to take you out of this more boxed paradigm that you may live in at times and flow between the work, flow to the partner, allow a partner to do their thing, and you delve in and just develop this rhythm in the relationship so that the synergy of love that's there can be connected and stay connected. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Next, we're going to go to Brianna Gazvoda, asking, what does the spirit guides and God say about my family dynamic and my role I play in it, correlating to my higher calling?
Girl, you're the one who says, oh, you guys, I'm not coming in judgment, but I just want everyone to know Brianna's out. Yep, we're not on a frequency map. You guys are playing a beat of a different drum. I got my own drum beat going, and I'm moving. I'm moving on. Family peeps, been real. And for you to be the person who is stepping out on your own and believing that you can be a self-contained, connected experience of God's expression within yourself. And your family is so uniquely different that we have to accept the differences within them because they represent humanity, as do you, and accept the differences within you, honor the differences, and use those unique qualities to step into the higher calling purpose. And self-expression and God's love is what you're here to tap into at this time. Thank you so much, Brianna, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Next, we're going to go to, where are we at here? We got Brandy Marie Waldman asking a finance question, She says, we're hoping to buy a house in June and wanted to know if we will.
Perfect time to start. This is a great year of new beginnings for you, Brandy Marie. So for you, I say yes, this is a great time to go for that house. June would be a better time than July. If we're doing something in July, don't do it. Wait till August or September, but don't do it in July. So if you're closing in July, we don't want that to happen. If you're trying to make a deal happen in July and it doesn't happen, do not sweat it, because July is just going to be one big cluster mess of contracts for you. So we don't want to get too entangled in that web of a retrograde that'll be happening again in July. So I say to you this, that when you're in this energy of a new house, new home, new residence, community, family connections, relationships, new beginning, this new beginning starts, and this house represents the beginning of some wonderful years to come. So yes, Brandy Marie Waldwin, there is a new house in your future. So we will hold the space that it happens in June before July 7th, because then we don't want to know anything for a little bit. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Next, we're going to go to, let's see here. What? Okay. We have Chrissy Annette Davis, and she says that she feels as though she's paying for sins of a past life.
That's a good question, Chrissy. Then that means that there's something that you still have open to the past life that only you alone can close, Chrissy. I don't know if I would call them sins, because that would be that we are being judged and punished, and Source God is not a punishing God, is not a God of the judgment that we create here in human world terms. But I see here that what you're caught up in is this energetic loop of patterns, and things just aren't moving forward in the way you want, and they're not, for lack of a better word, going correctly for you or going right. And that is something that we want to move forward in this lifetime for you. So as I move you forward in this energy, I say that it's not that you're paying for sins, it's just that you have to notice the patterns and perhaps do a past life regression, which I gladly do with you, so that you can see the similarities and we can heal the past. But I wouldn't say we're paying for sins. If you're noticing a pattern, we need to learn how to unleash and unlock that pattern so that we can recalibrate to a different way. All right, Chrissy, thank you so much. That's a great question. That's a really important thing, because I think a lot of people can agree with that feeling that you have, that we sometimes are caught up in this loop and figure we must have really been a bad person in another life. And it's not always that. It's not that we were a bad person. God's not judging it. It's just a matter of us recognizing that that experience still has another bit of unfinished business, and so we're revisiting it in this life for a reason. Thank you so much for your Facebook question.
Let's see who we got.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to start, because we're going to get ready to do our healing too, because everyone likes when we do a little bit of healing. So let's see what we've got here. Who else do we have?
We've got Jessica Dillon. She says she needs a mood boost. Anything special she needs to hear?
You know, Jessica, the energy around you seems like a shapeshifter. Hopefully you know what I mean by that term. Everything is kind of changing and morphing, and you thought you knew something and now it's not, and you thought you knew someone and now they're not. Now you see them, now you don't. So there's a lot of energy around you that's kind of morphing. And as that energy starts to morph, it hooks into insecurities within you, and it's kind of dampening your mood. But you know, Jessica, what you want. You know who you are, and you know that you're a powerful, supreme, energetic being who's come here to make a difference. And releasing the energy of past hurts and wounds is something that has been churning up inside of you for the past 4 months, particularly with the way the planets are and not knowing anything about your personal astrology, and I'm not an astrologer, but just that feeling of the planet Chiron is just really churning inside, and old wounds of this life and other lives are just bubbling up, and they're like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh, that person's an illusion. This is an illusion. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And the only truth is the truth that you know of you. That's the only truth that you can count on. And that truth is ever changing, because I say this to you, Jessica, and everyone, we're always, if we allow ourselves to, we are always evolving to a higher vibrational frequency. So our truth is the core of who we are, but there's an up-leveling to our truth, an expansion as to the meaning of truth, and accepting other ideas and aspects of the spirit to be more and more integrated with the truth of who we have come to be on this planet, and allowing that to come forth. So even our truth is always evolving. So when people are changing around us, it's also not just, oh, ha ha, life isn't going well, look at this, you thought you knew this, and poof, it's not what you thought. It's also reminding us that we are always changing, things are always evolving, and as life is always evolving, we find the beauty of who we are. And you are a magnificent being who's got a bright light, and there's partnership, there's love, there's connection, there's everything you desire right there. It's not even far out of your reach. It's just allowing yourself to embrace who you are and who you've come to be. And when things don't match, don't take it personally. Let it go. Thank you, Jessica, for your Facebook question. I hope we're sharing the page. I really appreciate if we share the page. And if you've enjoyed our connections here, I really appreciate feedback. I love when I hear from you and feedback, and people get connected this way. And okay. Yeah, Lakeisha wants to know if her husband's cheating on her. I don't know, Lakeisha. So I just saw that question. I'm like, I don't know that, Lakeisha. I don't have that answer. I'd have to really look into that one. That's a whole reading, that whole question. When I look into this energy here with all of you, I'm really excited to see that everyone's engaging, everyone's happening and connected, but let's share the energy out and see how we can connect everyone to a space of sacred connection and love and light. This is a place where we can have free community, free beauty, free recognition of everyone, and honoring everyone's place wherever they are. And I thank all of you for making this such a great, safe container, because you are really fueling this conversation. You are the catalyst for change, the catalyst for conversation, and the fruits to be tasted of enlightenment here on this beautiful Sunday fun day. So we realize that Mercury is out of retrograde. Yeah, we realize that, but it might not quite feel comfortable yet, so we're going to be cool with that a few more days. We want to let Mercury kind of simmer a bit. Seems to be a little slow in the go mode. But really give thought. What is it you want? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to create a life for yourself? What is it you wish to embrace? And what's coming next for you? And as you embrace all those aspects that are magnificently you, how do we move forward in a way that connects us to the core of who we've come to be? That's stepping away from things that no longer serve us. There is no getting away from it. We have to just recognize what makes us happy and what doesn't make us happy. And if our being happy does not make someone else happy, then that is something that is part of the process. And you have to choose to honor self and love self. That's so important. And being as true to yourself and truthful as you can be out in this world of illusions. And I say that because, you know, there's a lot that's being brought up in the news and the media, and there's so much going on, and everyone's going, well, where's the truth and the lie begin? The truth and the lie begin within you. You know your truth. You know what you believe it to be. You stand by your beliefs and watch things line up. And if they don't support your truth, then see where the disconnect is, and then decide whether you're still going to stay in your truth or morph and change something of a belief. This is a time for us to all do that and to really take our stand in who we've come to be. So I thank you all for joining us here on our Sunday Fun Day. We're going to open up some energy of healing. just briefly, because I always like to end with a little healing. So everyone, we're going to just ask the Divine Universal Force God to be present here with us, and we're going to ask that healing be bestowed upon everyone who needs, requires, requests, embraces healing at this time. We're going to ask that Archangel Raphael and his healing angels infuse you all with divine light. I bring in the green light of healing to infuse you from the top of your Godhead straight down to the base of your spine and move you into this energy of flow and divine healing. I open up the energy so that the wounds that are of past lives and of this life, as we spoke of much today, that those wounds can be healed. I ask that if there's any illusions or lies or things that need to be brought into the light, that we are given the evidence so we can know what the truth is, so that we know where we stand, particularly in the case of people in relationships. As I caught that question as we were going, Lakeisha, asked a question. So if there's some missteps being taken in a relationship, I ask the divine white light, the divine healing energy to shine a light on that darkness so that we can see the truth, we can recognize the truth, and we can choose our path within the truth that we know to be true for us. And we can move forward. I ask with everything that I am that the angels always surround you. Archangel Michael always protects you. Archangel Gabriel always inspires you. Archangel Uriel always enlightens you. I ask that the presence of the I am that I am, the divine essence of I am, always be with you. And remember to start your day with I am free, I am beautiful, I am light, I am love, I am greatness, I am energy moving forward, I am magnetic, I am a powerful being, I am the being that can connect to source at any given time, I am one with my angels, I am one with my guides, I am one with divine light and divine love. I am, I am, I am, I am. Everyone say I am, because when you say I am, you tap into the divine I am energy, the I am energy that is the force that created all the universe, that said, let there be light. I am that I am, and you are who you are. Be proud of who you are. Be proud that you've chosen. Yes, you chose to come to this world at this time to be a part of a magnificent change, a change in planetary movements, a change in governmental movements, things that have never happened before. Unprecedented times are before us, and you have chosen to come and be a light bearer, to be a light worker, to be true to yourself and to honor the love within you and shine the light out. There is a light. You are the light. We've come together to be the collective light, the collective energy that infuses change within ourselves and then ripples it out so that everyone can embrace change, change of love, change of light, change of truth, releasing the darkness, the parts that have weighted us down in this physical embodiment, embracing that we are one with Source. I am that I am. You are that you are. You are all beautiful. Thank you for your support every Sunday Fun Day. We're glad that you're here with us. Please join us Wednesday night, 5 to 8 p.m. WWNN. You can hear it on iHeart Radio. You can watch it here on Facebook Live. You can watch it live on YouTube. You can watch it on my website, SarahSpiritual. You can watch it on Periscope. Join the conversation. Call into the radio show. Write the number down, 888-565-1470. Write it down. Save it for Wednesday, no matter where you are. Hit call. I'd love to hear from you live on national radio on WWNN. I'd love to hear you in your car saying, I'm hearing you, Sarah, in South Florida. I'd love to hear you say, I'm on iHeart Radio or the TuneIn app, and I'm hearing you, Sarah, and I'm all the way in Arkansas, or I'm all the way in Alaska, or I'm all the way on the West Coast. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear from you, because the radio show, everything we have done, is based on us all coming together, the collective consciousness making a difference, and you, yes, you make a difference. I'm glad to be a part of your Sunday. Thank you for welcoming me in your hearts and sharing this time and space with me. God bless you. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Since I met you, I know where I'm going, and I know you'll be right there. The answers to the questions may not all be here, but when I'm with you, I'm finally home. When I'm with you, it feels so new, and in your hand I want mine to be. The answer is right here where we can see it. You can feel it in my hand when I'm touching you, and hear it in my voice when I call your name. My lips on yours, they tell the tale of our story, a journey to begin, 'cause I'm finally home. You can feel it in my hand when I'm touching you. 1,000 kisses later and you will know where my heart is and where it belongs. 'Cause when I'm with you, I'm finally home. I'm finally home. 1,000 kisses later and you will know where my heart belongs, 'cause we're finally home. We're finally home. There are many illusions in the world I see that sometimes take people off their course. But there's a reason why you cannot always see the answers there are often lost. At times I thought I knew what love was,